be a new wood, you'd certainly want to protect as much of that as you can.
What you got over there, Ron? Got some salt?
Boy, this is some groceries, I'm telling you about.
That's good.
Thank you, sir. We tried.
Make my life worthwhile.
Deep fry this little bird today.
George, you got a nice big one. Where'd you catch that?
It's time for Down Home in the Tri-States with your host, Ron Jones. If it's farming, gardening, information, or just plain interesting, you can catch it all right here on Down Home in the Tri-States.
Glad to have you on Down Home in the Tri-States. Want to welcome all the viewers in southeast Alabama and southwest Georgia and anybody else that's viewing this program. Want to welcome you if you've never seen the program. It's called Down Home in the Tri-States, and I'm Ron Jones. Want to remind you about some things about Christmas in July. That's going to be coming up at the Panhandle Pioneer Settlement. That's going to be Saturday, July the 19th from 9 to 3 p.m. And that's at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's in Bluntstown, Florida. Also, the Ice Cream Socials is Friday, August the 8th from 6 to 8 p.m. So y'all want to get, that's a nice place down there. Y'all want to get up, go over there and see that Panhandle Pioneer Settlement. Want to remind you about the two Wheels for Meals Marble Run. That's going to be July the 19th. You can register at 9 a.m. If you got two wheels, or if you want to walk, or whatever you want to do, you can register at 9 a.m. For more information on that, you want to call David at 850-326-1346, 850-326-1346. Had a lot of people concerned and asking about my health since my heart attack. I'm doing great, thank the Lord, and we've been coming along okay. So if all of you that's been asking and concerned, I appreciate it and appreciate me being in your prayers. And what we are doing so far, we're doing good. So that was April 24th we had this heart attack. So also you want to get your entries in after the big drawing we're going to have coming up this month, okay? Wherever you're at, get your name in. There's information on the screen. Send it to us. You can send it as many times as you want. But we're going to have some good things like a Yugo Pier chair. We're going to have some gift certificates and dog food, big bag dog food. So we're going to have a lot of stuff. So y'all get your names in. Let's see, today on the show we're going to have part one of the Bontrager Whitetails. This is going to be interesting, folks. This is down in Marianna, Florida, and Daniel Bontrager. And Eric set this thing up, Eric Toole did, and he called me and wanted to know if I could come over and give him a hand with it, so I did. But this got over there, this is a hunting preserve. They're building this lodge. It may have it finished over there. You want to get your name in, okay? You got to make reservations. They feed you and do everything over there. You stay in this lodge, and boy, it is a beautiful place. All the wood inside and everything come from off of the property there. You'll see, and it's a beautiful place. And then later on down the show, we're going to have some information from the Wausau Fire Department. They need your help desperately on the Possum Festival that's held every year for 45. This is the 45th year, folks. They're in desperate need of some help. So y'all be sure and watch it and help them if you can, okay? That's the Wausau Fire Department in Wausau, Florida. If you've ever been to the Possum Festival, you know how much fun it is and want to keep that thing going. So I think that's about it. Again, welcome all you viewers that's never seen this program. And we certainly do appreciate you watching this program and doing business with our sponsors. Please do business with our sponsors. They're the ones that pay for this program and pay for the time. If you don't do business with them, they don't pay for it, and we don't have it, okay? That's the bottom line. So y'all be sure and tell them now where you saw their advertisement, okay? Tell them on Down Home in the Tri-States with Ron Jones. Y'all watch this, and we'll be back in just a minute with Daniel and Eric from Bontrager Whitetails. Folks, there ain't no better way to wake up to breakfast in the morning than there is to Register's Meat Products. They got your regular smoked sausage, and they got your hot smoked sausage. I like that one. And they got your center cut cured bacon. Man, that's my favorite. I love this stuff. And they got your smoked pork chops. Folks, you can get your Register's meat at over 140 grocery outlets throughout the area. If they don't have it, tell them they need to get it. It's Register's. Tell them you want it, you demand it. And if you're in Cottondale, Florida, check out their store over there and get that Pick 5 for $19.99. Just like old Andy always said, it's good. Folks, where do you go for the freshest local produce? You go to Main Street Market on the corner of Highway 77 and 90 in Chipley, Florida. Fresh local produce arriving daily, top quality feeds, fresh arriving daily from FRM, Seminole, Tucker, and more. It's all coming in daily, folks. Florida watermelons now here. Look at that.
Hey, you need it? We've got it.
They got square and round bale, fresh hay every day, folks. Come to Main Street Market on the corner of Highway 77 and Highway 90. It's just local people caring for local people. While you're there, check out the quality seeds in the new seed room. And from a complete line of Amish foods to fresh milk
That's so cheesy creamery milk.
and locally made ice cream, you can't beat it at Main Street Market. That's on the corner of Highway 77, Highway 90 in Chipley, Florida. Go see Paul Davidson and his friendly staff at Main Street Market. We recommend them. You go see them. Main Street Market on the corner of Highway 77 and 90, Chipley, Florida. If you have a question, give them a call today. They'll be glad to talk to you.
If you like fresh fruits and vegetables, we have them at Main Street Market.
Folks, I don't believe you'll find any fresher produce than you will at Main Street Market on the corner of Highway 77 and 90.
Here this morning, Dr. Daniel Bontrager from here south of Mariana. We've got a really unique operation going on here in Jackson County, and we're going to turn it over to Dr. Bontrager and let him tell us a little bit about what he has going on here.
This all started about 7 years ago as just a simple little hobby. We just liked deer. I always deer hunted and always enjoyed watching them. And when I found out that you could actually get a license and raise one, we started with a pen out here in the backyard, and we had 3 young fawns that we bottle fed and raised up to be tame so that the does would be gentle and we could work with them. And as the process went along, we got into better breeding with live breeding bucks, and then we got into artificial insemination, and we've actually taken that a step higher to where we use a laparoscopic procedure and also get down to where we use male sex semen only to produce more bucks. I've got some pictures here behind me of some of our stock. Pictures on the left here are bucks that we've bred with. We actually have 6 buck fawns out of this buck on the left. He's only 2 years old and scores 395 inches Boone and Crockett. And the one next to him is Maxbo Jess. He scored 345 inches at 4 years old and has lots of mass. And then the 2 bucks on the right are bucks that some of our hunters have taken here in the hunting preserve out back. We strive to produce a big framed, mostly typical deer that looks like the deer that you would see in the wild, because that's exactly what these deer are. They are typical whitetails that just have been allowed to grow to maturity, and they've also been fed very well. But the key to having big bucks is you have to let them grow up. You can't shoot them when they're young. If you shoot them when they're young, they look like teenagers.
Key words to what this was they're wild. They're not tame. They're in a preserve, but they are wild. It's not something that you've raised, bottle fed to turn out and be tied to a tree or something like that.
All the bucks are raised on the mama, so they are just as wild as any buck in the wild. We don't mess with the bucks. We don't pet them. When they're little, we let them stay on the mama, and when they're weaned, they're turned out to become just as wild as any deer out there. We do have some breeders up close here in the pens that we might want to take a look at here. Just show you a little bit about the stock that we've got here. Come on, it's okay. You're all right. Let's just ease on down here. They'll settle.
They know it's the wrong time today.
Well,
We're different. We're strangers too.
and you know, anytime you got something else with you. In this pen, there was 5 does. 4 out of the 5 took to the artificial breeding. And this one right here didn't take. She live bred to one of these bucks over here. But she'll have some nice fawns out of that. She's out of a good artificial breeding bloodline. One that we raised. right here on the farm. This is one of the does right here that we raised on the farm, bottle fed her, and bred her artificially. She didn't actually take to the artificial breeding, but she took to one of the live bucks that we use for cover, and she'll have fawns in the next 2 weeks. She could actually have them any day, but it'll probably be in the next week to 10 days.
All your deer tagged, and if so, why? What's that?
Every deer that's in the pens are tagged. They're tagged as soon as they're born. The tag in the left ear signifies that it's a doe, and when they're little, that's helpful because you can look out there and see if you're looking at a doe fawn or a buck fawn. And they're permanent tags. If they're sold or moved to another farm, that tag number goes with them. That's a requirement. We can move them anywhere in the state of Florida as long as you get the permit, which is no problem. You get that through the Department of Ag. And all those records are kept. They can come in and check those records at any time and see where these deer have gone, who's got them now, how many you sent, what you sent.
Am I correct in thinking that in the last couple of years they've come up with saying that you couldn't bring any stock from out of state in?
The Fish and Wildlife Commission changed that regulation in September of 2013, and their concern was that we were going to spread chronic wasting disease in the state of Florida. There's never been a case of chronic wasting disease documented in the southeastern United States. And the cases that have been documented in the Midwest have been a very limited basis. And they're working on a live test now where we can test them. In the past, the only way you could test one is after they're dead, you test the brain stem. But that's all changing. We're going to have a live test here before long, and that will probably open up interstate movement again.
Where are the places you're most likely to encounter a tough, rugged, aggressive, yet gentle rhino?
Up and down the rivers and lakes, everywhere that I go, people are doing double takes, checking out my rhino. No doubt about it, it's the very best. Even my mother-in-law is impressed. Now you know what I know, make your boat a rhino.
What's more important in a side-by-side RTV? Is it speed and agility, or is it versatility and dependability? When getting out of the woods is more important than getting into the woods, there is only one name to remember: Kubota. With true commercial-grade construction in the chassis and drivetrain, Kubota gives you the dependability, power, and torque you need to get the job done. Kubota builds work tools, not play toys.
If you need metal roofing cut to fit but don't have time to wait 4 or 5 days or a week, you need to come to Surplus and Salvage of Chipley. It's as simple as bringing your truck or trailer to Surplus and Salvage of Chipley. Just tell them how much and how long, and they'll make it happen. Metal roofing is made on the spot, on the site. They can even make ridge cap, drip edge, flashing. Whatever you need, they'll make it. Get the lowest prices. Galvalume $1.30 a foot. Hidden colors available at a low $1.89 a foot. Folks, you won't find this low price anywhere in the Panhandle on metal roofing. Are you worried about your motorhomes and tractors and equipment and campers sitting out in the rain, hot sun, and freezing cold just running? Need some cover? Surplus and Salvage has pole barn kits for anybody's budget. Surplus and Salvage of Chipley has the lowest prices on pole barn kits in the Panhandle. In-stock kits from 24 by 24 to 32 by 60. Or just tell them what size you want and they'll make it happen. Most popular 24 by 36 is a low $19.99. And that covers a lot of equipment, folks. If you need it, they got it at Surplus and Salvage of Chipley. Highway 90 west of Highway 77, 850-638-7353. Surplus and Salvage of Chipley.
This doe that we're looking at right in front of us is bred and will drop fawns within a week to 10 days. She actually should be due around June the 15th to the 18th. She is big-bellied and starting to bag up just like a cow would, and that's the easiest way we can tell when they're about to drop is when their udder starts to fill up just like a cow, then we know it's just real soon. This doe came from Missouri. I brought her in before they closed the border. A friend of mine up there had her, and she has a pedigree that goes 5 generations deep of DNA certified deer, which means that you can pull that pedigree and see exactly who her offspring was, who her paternal and maternal grandparents are, and you can judge the production that they've had, so that adds value to the deer. Come here, boys. Come on out.
Is that some of your breeding stock there?
Yeah, they are. Come on, boy. Come on, Bo. The one on the right there is named Bo Gator.
Bo Gator.
Had to have something with a gator out here. And the one that's coming there in the middle, kind of hanging up, he's a half Texas buck. In the deer breeding industry, the Texas deer get a little different distinction. They're a little more hardy, they're able to take hot weather better, they're more disease resistant, but they don't grow antlers as fast either, the pure Texas line. But the one in the front there is a northern buck, and he damaged his antlers on the right side. You can see the right side looks a little funky. He hit that on something early on when it was growing, and I thought it was going to mess it up completely, but it's growing on out fairly well. Now they're coming. And they do love peanuts. Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
That stuff right there, guys just dream of seeing in the woods. Guys and girls, really.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of girls that like to deer hunt. There's something moving on the outside of that over there that's got their attention right now. There's other deer back there.
What about trouble with predators, coyotes, or in some cases two-legged predators, or whatever?
2 years ago, we had lots of trouble with predators. The coyotes were really eating up the fawns in the preserve. The does that were having natural births out there, they weren't surviving. So we ended up having to put an electric fence all the way around the outside of the high fence to keep the coyotes out, and that worked real well. But we put up 2.5 miles of electric fence around the outside, about 6 inches off the ground, and the coyote does not go under that hot wire.
He don't like a hot wire.
No, he's just like a dog. He can't take it. And in terms of human predators, I've never had a problem with anyone poaching or trespassing that I know of. And, you know, that's a problem that we all could see, but we hope we never see. But most people are good.
That's one good thing about this area we're in is the people. Most people respect the landowner and their property. And
most people are good.
If you don't mind, Doc, can we go inside and take a look at what's going on in there and tell us a little bit about what it is?
Let's take a look at some real pretty wood. There's a lot of native wood.
Let's go. That's always one of my favorite things.
This little fawn right here is named Lovey. She's named after my mother-in-law. Come here, baby. Come on. Come here. And if there's anybody watching in Jackson County, the one on my left hand is named Ruby. And she's named after a lady there named Ruby Pitts.
Fishing season is here. If you're a pier or bridge fisherman, confined to a wheelchair, wounded warrior, or just simply want to have a good time and enjoy your fishing, we can help make your fishing more enjoyable and relaxing. Stop being tired and having your back pain put you through misery. Join the hundreds of people just like yourself that have discovered the pier and bridge fishing chair.
I seen this morning for the first time and come down and sat on it and took a couple of minutes, and the gentlemen were very nice. And I'm buying one. It's that simple.
If you're handicapped in any way, this is the way to go.
Have you got water problems? Pump won't pump? Do you need answers and solutions, but you don't want the runaround and you want someone honest? Well, have no fear, folks. Do what I did. Call the man, Water Dan. Dan Dubose will take care of your problem.
Hello, folks. This is Water Dan. I work on submersible pumps, jet pumps, do repairs and upgrades, anything to do with an existing water well. I would appreciate it if you call.
Call the man, Water Dan. He'll take care of your water problems. 850-535-9308. 535-9308. Folks, you know why people from Washington, Jackson, Holmes, Bay County, you know why they call Water Dan? Because Dan Dubose knows what he's doing. Y'all give him a call.
From the looks of those legs, oh goodness gracious, That's Dion Goodman, I believe, behind that stuff.
That's the king, baby.
What kind of get up is that you got on?
Sears and Roebuck Special.
Sears and Roebuck Special. And how many Possum Festivals is this for you?
Be my 21st.
21st. And Dion's actually, he's on the, now is it the fire department that actually puts this whole thing on?
Yes, sir.
How many years is this in 45?
45th year.
45th year, and been a little touch and go this year as far as contributions.
On contributions.
And that's one reason we're trying to help them out and promote this thing and let you know when it's going to be. Go ahead and give us the dates on this. It's the first Saturday in August?
Yes, it'll be the first Saturday in August.
First Saturday in August, so that's going to be coming up. This is July. They need to raise a little more money, folks. So if y'all can do whatever you can. Let's give them a phone number, Dion, that they can call. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll put that on the screen.
I think they can reach me at area code 850-326-9895, or they can reach my wife at area code 850-326-9897.
And y'all, I guess y'all work 24 hours a day if you have to, don't you?
On call 365.
365, and it's like I say, it's the Possum Festival. It's a volunteer thing, and they do it all on contributions that people make by purchasing ads in the program that they have. Now, when is the cutoff date on getting your ad in that program?
I really need the money by July the 3rd in order to get an ad in the book, but we'll take contributions right on through, and we'll make it right with you somehow.
Well, you know, you may not get an ad, but at least you can feel good about doing a contribution, because this is something they work on all year. As soon as this thing's over with, they start collecting money for next year. In fact, they're already collecting money. You know, whatever's left maybe in the kitty, you know, it goes to next year and everything. But it's been, like I say, a touch and go thing this year, whether this is actually going to happen or not. And I know a lot of you have attended the Possum Festival, and you keep coming back year after year because you enjoy it, and it's a good thing. It's a good family thing, but it may be in jeopardy, folks. Times are tough, okay, and they need some help with this thing. So whatever you can do to help them and to carry this thing on. This is 45 years, and we sure hate to see it end. You know, at 45 years, they want to continue this thing on, and like I said, it's good. It's good for participation from the kids and everything, and we want you to do whatever you can to help them. So Dion, you're that thing you're in right there. What are you're running for the Possum
King.
Possum King.
Yes, sir.
And I guess anybody can enter the Possum King and Queen.
Oh yeah, we've had everything from jailbirds to judges. You know, we take all contestants.
And you just kind of get up and speaking of get up, you get up, whatever you want to wear, and I guess this thing is judged on your costume, and I know they do a thing about
costume, talent, and we need a recipe. We're getting slow on our recipe book.
Yeah, they got a possum. Part of the thing of winning this thing is you got to have a possum recipe.
Yes, sir.
And I've heard everything from scraping them off the yellow line in the road to you name it. And just whatever you come up with, it's a fun thing, and that's why they call it Fun Day. And like I said, there's a lot to do, a lot to eat, and a lot of good things for the kids to do. Say the correct name so I don't get it wrong.
It'll be our 45th annual Possum Festival in Wausau.
In Wausau, okay. Thank you, Dion.
Thank you,
appreciate it, man. Okay, folks, we have Haven and Adora. Haven is baby Miss Fun Day, and Adora is preteen Miss Fun Day. Let's ease on in here. How old are you, Haven? 2. 2? How long have you been 2? Sorry, that's a hard question, isn't it? Then hold up 2 fingers. Do like that. There you go. That's good enough. Did you have to be pretty?
Yeah.
How long have you been pretty? Pretty much all your life?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I thank you for talking to me, okay? That's a pretty crown you have on your head. Is that real diamonds?
Yeah.
Is it diamonds?
Yeah.
Wow. Don't lose it, okay?
Okay.
Well, I'm going to talk to Adora, okay?
Okay. Bye.
Way bye. Say, y'all come to Fun Day.
Fun Day.
Okay. All right. So this is Adora, And you're a preteen Miss Fun. You're a preteen Miss Fun Day.
Mm-hmm.
And is this your first time being a preteen Miss Fun Day?
Yes.
Okay. And what does preteen Miss Fun Day do?
You ride in the parade.
Ride in the parade. In just about all the parades?
Yes.
And where do you go to school?
Beverly and Dothan.
In Dothan? Okay. What grade are you in?
I'm going to 7th.
7th grade. Okay. Wow. Well, that's pretty crown you got too. I bet yours are not diamonds, are they?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Well, thank you for joining us, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. You're mighty pretty.
Thank you.
Thank you. Folks, this is Lisa Rudd, and she's going to tell us a little bit about what it takes to be a Fun Day Queen.
All you got to do is go on our website and download the application and send it in. We have 8 categories. The categories are 0 to 12 months, 2 to 3 years, 7 to 9 years, 13 to 15, 13 to 23 months, 4 to 6, 10 to 12, and 16 to 18. We would like the applications turned in by July 8th. Anything after July 8th is late, but you can still turn them in. Just make checks payable to Wausau Volunteer Fire Department. Send them in to Town Hall. You can contact either myself at 638-5678 or 260-1004 or Jeanette Rudd at 638-7943.
Those numbers are on the screen, so if you're interested in being a queen or your children being a queen, just give them a call. And we might have some future Miss Queens here. What's your name?
Billy Leanne Goodman.
Goodman, okay. And what's your name?
Bailey Hall.
You're going to be a queen one day? You're already a queen, aren't you? You just got to be an official queen. What's your name?
Julie.
Huh?
Julie.
Julie? How you doing, Julie? Where do you go to school? You go to school yet?
Yes, I'm in kindergarten.
You're in, oh, wow, already? Wow, that's good. Where do you go to school? You're not going yet, are you?
No, sir.
Okay. Where do you go?
I go to KMS Elementary School.
Okay, wow. And what grade are you in?
2nd.
2nd, wow. You'll be 2nd grade pretty soon, okay?
I'll be in 1st grade.
Wow.
After summer.
Okay, well just hang in there, okay? You do good grades, okay? Make good grades, because that's how you get up there, okay?
Yes, sir.
I know you make good grades, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well just stay there. You mind your teacher? You mind your mom and daddy? Okay. And what's your name?
Emily.
Emily. What grade are you in?
Pre-K.
Pre-K. And where's that? Where do you go to pre-K? That's what I thought. Okay. I like those boots you got on. Where'd you get those? You don't know, huh? All right. Well, you gonna be a queen one day? Okay. Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you.
Look right here. I knew you had a good smile.
If you have stories or information to share, call us or drop us a line. Be sure to catch us next week on Down Home in the Tri-States.